Hey there, everyone. It's Kyle. So, let's talk about something that I think is one of the biggest things that prevents many people from getting gigs, and that's actually writing too much music. And now, you probably think I'm insane. So, we've talked before about why you should think of yourself as a specialist in a few genres and why you should get a solid portfolio ready to go. But after this step, many people in their quest to find work often just write more music. And in my experience, this actually decreases your chances of finding higher paying jobs. And there's a small bit of psychology behind this, actually. See, the sad thing is, if you're watching this, my guess is that you either currently have only a handful of dedicated listeners on your SoundCloud, Bandcamp, YouTube, etc., or you did only have a small number of listeners for quite some time. And this is partly because these platforms are not good at letting new artists be discovered by algorithms, and also partly because of the way that we consume music. We can participate in music two different ways. The first is passively, such as listening in the background, and the second is actively, such as listening to music to study it. But no matter how much we listen to music, it requires us to hit a play button. Art has a unique advantage of being able to more or less be understood at a glance while scrolling through Twitter. However, when we listen to music, we go out of our way to say, okay, we're going to take some time to listen to this. And then you have to hit the play button and engage with the music for an extended period of time. And this is a huge extra step that has a direct involvement with why it's harder to have our music be listened to. You have to give the listener a reason to stop on your music and consume it. This includes the people that are hiring too. Eventually, after you've got a solid portfolio, if you keep writing music, you're just going to be adding more and more music to that portfolio. And you're just upping the number of tracks that are likely to fall into the void. And this sucks. It really does. But unfortunately, this phenomenon is not only in place for the people who hire us, but now you've got the added challenge because other people are going for the same gig. This makes it really hard, and this is why cold calls so often don't work. You are now in what I call the sea of composers, this literal flooding of the market where it seems like everyone is in competition with each other just to make money to eat. So what's my advice? Simply just stop writing music. Don't play that game. You don't want to be a part of it. Instead, focus on all of your skills outside of music and start working on portfolios of other disciplines. I got this idea when I was a substitute teacher for my day job, and during the day, I just had a ton of free time. So I would actually just write for about 5 hours a day. I would write blog posts on what I learned in college, what I learned about business, pricing yourself better, and just neat ideas in game music. And then, of all places, I would share that on Tumblr. And the weird thing is, I got way more traction doing this than I ever did writing music. I was then able to use my small Tumblr blog to position myself to approach large social media accounts, bigger speaking opportunities such as PAX Dev, and as a way to show developers that I wanted to take a different approach to their project. And the weird thing is, this worked. After a few months, the number of projects I was getting exploded, and I started my transition into full-time freelance. Also, fun fact, these YouTube videos that I work on, they're often adaptations of some of my Tumblr posts. The point, though, isn't to make a Tumblr blog, especially now because Tumblr is a dying platform, but rather that choosing to do something outside of music was way more valuable than actually writing music. For me, writing about music was the key. For other people that I know, educating on small topics on Instagram works wonders for them. Some people perform music, some people do covers, some people do Let's Plays. Experiment and think about what you might want to do to find something that sticks for other people. The most important thing is that whatever you pick to be your side hustle and freelance is something that you enjoy, because it really translates to your audience. Right now, my side hustle is videos like this. I have a lot of fun writing these scripts and putting them together for people. And naturally, I don't get a lot of views, but when I send them to people that I want to, or the comments that I get a really solid reception, and I've been able to use these videos to secure some opportunities now. I also get to work on other skills like VO, video editing, graphic design, and script writing, which allows me to put even more tools in my kit that other people might not be focusing on. This is my secret weapon, doing things outside of music so that I can do music. Everyone else I know who has tried this approach has found success in some way. So find what works for you and what sticks for other people. Thanks so much for stopping by today, everyone. And until next time.